Hey everyone, welcome back to Brass and Steel, your go-to channel for all things firearm related. Today we're taking a break from all things that go bang to explore something equally important: non-lethal and less lethal home defense options that can protect you and your family. Now, before we dive in, if you find this content valuable, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell. We've got some seriously innovative stuff to show you today that might just change how you think about home security. Here's the thing: not every security situation requires lethal force. Sometimes you need layers of protection, deterrents that work before anyone even gets close to your family. And sometimes you need options that are effective but won't put your kids at risk if they accidentally get their hands on them. Today we're going to build the ultimate non-lethal home defense system, starting from your property line and working our way in. Think of it as concentric circles of protection, each one designed to stop threats at different stages. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's talk about some of the game-changing security tech. Let's start at the very edge of your property: the StegaStrip and StegaRota system. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just plastic spikes on a fence. But hear me out. This isn't your grandma's garden fence topper. We're talking about weatherproof plastic spikes that create a 130mm barrier of pure nope for anyone trying to climb over. The genius is in the rotating version, the StegaRota. The rotation mechanism is so smooth that even a light touch will spin it, making it impossible for anyone to get a solid grip or foothold. The psychological effect here is huge. Criminals are looking for easy targets, and when they see a fence that looks like it belongs in a medieval castle, they're moving on to the next house. It's your first line of defense, and it's saying, this homeowner takes security seriously. Installation is dead simple. These things are pre-punched for standard screws, and you can cut them to fit any weird angles with a hacksaw. The company claims years of maintenance-free service, and honestly, what's going to break? It's basically indestructible plastic spikes. Now, if you really want to get serious about perimeter defense, we need to talk about something that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie: the Sublethal Remote Gun, specifically their boom-slang model. This thing is mounted high on a pole and gives you 360-degree coverage with a 25-meter range. You control it with what's basically a gaming controller, and if you've ever played Call of Duty, you'll feel right at home. The system uses rubber bullets, similar to what police use for crowd control, so we're talking serious stopping power without the lethality. Here's what makes this brilliant for home defense: you can engage threats while you're safely inside your house. No more wondering if you should go outside to check on that noise. You've got eyes on the situation through the video feed. And if someone's trying to break into your car or hop your fence, you can light them up with non-lethal rounds from the safety of your living room. The psychological impact is massive too. Imagine you're a criminal casing a house, and suddenly this turret starts tracking you. Game over, find a different neighborhood to work in. Now, this system is from South Africa, where apparently no license is required, but you definitely want to check your local laws before installing something like this. The concept, though, absolutely brilliant. Moving closer to your house, let's talk about something that's hiding in plain sight: Boss security screens. These look like regular bug screens, but they're actually made of stainless steel mesh that can stop a shotgun blast. The founder started this company because his wife felt unsafe when he traveled, so he engineered a solution that looks completely normal, but turns your windows and doors into fortress walls. Here's the crazy part: they've installed over 16,000 of these systems, and not one has been successfully breached. Not one. When criminals try to break in and realize they can't cut through with a knife, can't pry them open, can't hammer through them, they just move on to easier targets. The beauty is in the deception. Your house looks completely normal. These screens are color matched to your home and look like solar screens or bug screens, but you're sitting behind what's essentially chainmail for your windows. You can open your doors and windows for fresh air, your pets can sit by the screen safely, And you get 65% solar heat reduction as a bonus. The installation is custom. They measure to the 1/8 of an inch for a perfect fit. It's not cheap, but when you consider that your average burglary costs way more than these screens, and that's not even counting the emotional trauma to your family, it's a no-brainer investment. Now, your front door is often the weakest link in your security chain, especially if you've got one of those pretty glass doors. I've seen the test footage of what happens to regular aluminum and laminated glass doors. One light tap with a hammer and the whole thing shatters. That's not security. That's a false sense of security. Ornamental security doors are the real deal. In the test video, they hit this door with everything. Kicks, crowbars, hammers, even a sledgehammer. The door just laughs it off. Meanwhile, their competitor's door gets destroyed by a gentle tap. The difference is in the engineering. These aren't just pretty doors with some security theater. They're built to actually stop forced entry attempts. When someone's kicking your door at 2 a.m., you want something that's going to hold long enough for help to arrive, not something that's going to fold like a house of cards. And let's not forget about your garage. It's often the most overlooked entry point. The SeceuroGlide XL isn't just any garage door. This thing is LPS SR1 certified, which means it has to withstand a full minute of attack with hand tools and body force. In their test video, they go to town on a generic garage door with crowbars and hammers. It fails almost immediately. The SeceuroGlide XL, same tools, same techniques, and it just shrugs it off. The attackers literally give up because they can't get through. Your garage is connected to your house, often with just a standard interior door between the garage and your living space. If someone gets into your garage, they're basically inside your home security perimeter. A high-security garage door like this closes that vulnerability. Now let's say someone actually makes it past all your exterior defenses and gets inside your house. This is where things get really interesting with the Protect Security Fog and Strobe system. This thing is like something out of a Batman movie. The moment it's triggered, it fills the room with dense fog while simultaneously hitting the intruder with strobing lights that are so intense, they come with an epilepsy warning. We're talking complete sensory overload in seconds. The genius here is that it doesn't harm the intruder, but it completely neutralizes them. They can't see, they're disoriented, and they just want to get out of there. Meanwhile, you and your family know the layout of your house and can navigate to safety or your safe room. The psychological effect is devastating. Imagine you're a burglar, you think you've got an easy score, and suddenly you're in what feels like a nightclub from hell. You're not sticking around to grab the TV, you're running for the exit. Speaking of safe rooms, let's talk about the Barricade Box. This was invented by a Marine Corps veteran and law enforcement officer after the Columbine tragedy. The idea is simple but brilliant. Give people a way to quickly and securely barricade themselves in a room. Installation takes less than 7 minutes, but deployment takes less than 7 seconds. You just pull the cord, wrap it around the door handle, and secure it. The system uses Kevlar cord with over 2,000 pounds of tensile strength. And here's the clever part. The harder someone tries to force the door, the tighter the system gets. This isn't just for schools. It's perfect for home safe rooms, offices, anywhere you might need to quickly secure a space. The fact that even a child can deploy it in seconds makes it invaluable for family protection. What I love about this system is that it doesn't violate fire codes. You can still get out if you need to, but nobody's getting in without your permission. Another solid option is the Burna Ungun. And yes, that's actually what they call it. This non-lethal platform uses a 5-round magazine and 8-gram CO2 cartridges to fire 68 caliber chemical projectiles. What's clever about their design is the patented pole-pierce technology. The CO2 cartridge only gets punctured on the first shot, so your launcher stays at full pressure until you actually need it. The Byrna is accurate out to 60 feet and can incapacitate an attacker for over 30 minutes. The projectiles create a 5-foot cloud of pepper spray on impact, causing temporary blindness, lung constriction, and impact trauma. Best part? No permits, no background checks, and it's travel-friendly between states. It's like having a paintball gun that fires chemical rounds instead of paint. Here's what makes this brilliant for family protection. It's powerful enough to stop a grown man, but safe enough that it won't kill a child if there's an accident. This gives you all the stopping power you need for home defense without the legal and moral complications of lethal force. You can keep this accessible in your home without worrying about tragic accidents. Finally, we've got the Taser Bolt 2, which is specifically designed for civilian use. Unlike law enforcement tasers that cycle for 5 seconds, this one runs for 30 seconds, giving you plenty of time to get away or get help. The really cool feature is that it connects to the Axon Protect app, so when you deploy it, emergency services are automatically notified. The device has a more discreet profile than traditional tasers, built-in safety features, and an integrated targeting laser. The battery status indicator tells you when you're ready to go and when the battery is low or when you need to replace it. The whole system is designed to be user-friendly while still being incredibly effective. What I like about both these personal defense options is that they give you real stopping power without the permanence of lethal force. Sometimes you just need to stop a threat, not end a life. Now, here's why this order matters. We started at your property line with deterrents that make criminals choose easier targets. If they're determined enough to get past those, we've got active systems that can engage while you're safely inside. If they somehow make it to your building envelope, we've got barriers that look normal and are actually fortress-level protection. If they breach that, we've got systems that can disorient and neutralize them without permanent harm. And finally, if you're face-to-face with a threat, you've got personal defense options that can stop them without the legal and moral complications of lethal force. Each layer works independently, but together they create a security system that's incredibly difficult to defeat. The key is that most criminals will be deterred by the first or second layer. They're looking for easy targets, not military-grade obstacles. The beauty of this approach is that it's scalable. You don't need to implement everything at once. Start with what makes sense for your situation and budget, then build from there. Look, I'm not saying you should abandon traditional firearms for home defense. This is still brass and steel after all. But these non-lethal options give you tools for situations where lethal force isn't appropriate or necessary. If this video opened your eyes to some new possibilities for protecting your family, smash that like button and let me know in the comments which of these systems caught your attention. Are you team perimeter defense with those rotating spikes? Or are you more interested in the high-tech stuff like the remote guns and fog systems? If you like this type of content, let us know in the comments below. And subscribe if you haven't already. We've got more innovative content coming your way. And remember, the best security system is the one that keeps your family safe while letting you sleep peacefully at night. And that's another round down range. Thanks for hanging out with Brass and Steel. Stay sharp, stay ready, and God bless.